We're here on Gari and Moreton Island off the back end of Tropical Cyclone Alfred.
Yep, we timed that one right. In this episode, we're putting these two iconic Aussie islands head to head to help you decide which one's the ultimate getaway. We're talking how to book, what to see, where to stay, the gear you have to bring, and how much it's all going to cost ya. So buckle up, drop your tyre pressures, and let's hit the sand.
Well, here we go. Gari, the island, the place to be. Dingoes, beaches, wildlife, four-wheel driving, you name it, it's got it. I don't know what to expect when we jump over here, but it's going to be wild. Let's get after it. For those of you who don't know, the Manta Ray barge is the barge that you catch from Inskip Point or Rainbow Beach over to Gari. I think it's a $140, $130 return trip.
Close enough, mate. It's $140 return for your four-wheel drive, and if you bring in a trailer or a caravan, you're looking up to $270 return. You got a few options to get your ticket. Book it online ahead of time, swing past the Caltex servo, or just rock up and pay on the barge itself. And hey, while we're talking about costs, before you hit the barge, don't forget your vehicle permit. Thanks, mate.
See you, mate.
Oh, baby, we're back. Driving on the beach in Queensland, all regular road rules apply. On the beach, 80 kilometres an hour unless signed otherwise, and 30 kilometres an hour on the inland tracks. Gari is the biggest sand island in the world, so it can take up to 4 to 6 hours depending on tide, obstacles to get from the south side to the north side.
We stopped to have a look at the damage from Tropical Cyclone Alfred and then headed up to Eurong for a pie.
So this is the main town here. This is where you got the bakery, you got a couple of resorts. Let's get some food into us before we send it up to the top of the island.
On this trip, we're taking you all over Gari, from the far north to the western beaches and a few hidden gems in between.
Then we'll swing over to Moreton and compare the two to help you guys pick where you should go next.
Ned Kelly pie, egg, bacon, cheese. Can't go wrong. Dig in.
Before we left, we made sure to hit up the Gari Beach Resort to get all our info and safety regarding tide times and dingoes.
When you book now to come stay on Gari, they send you a dingo safety pamphlet before you come onto the island. And it's really easy. Stay at least 10 metres away from dingoes. If you've got kids, keep them by your side. At the end of the day, this is their island. These guys are a key part of the ecosystem here, and without them, this island would fall apart. So look after our dingoes. They're bloody beautiful. Our next stop is an iconic location on Gari. Well, here it is. Moreton Rex. It's definitely the place to be. We got the backpacker tour here. We got the Gari Explorer tour. So there's about 40,000 people here.
Visiting Moreton Rex is free, so when you're planning to go, make sure you know what tours are there and when.
One of the things you have to be careful about coming to Gari is the tides will dictate your trip. And yeah, we've got about an hour from the bottom of Low, so we're trying to get to Indian Head, Orchid Bar now. We're on the back foot. This is Waddy Point, as this is the gateway to the top half of the island. This is what separates most of the tourism. So here we go. Easy work in the Toyota. Orchid Beach, that's where we're going. Time for a beer.
It's the best logo in the world. Before we rolled into camp, we made a quick stop at the Orchid Beach Bar because, well, it'd be rude not to. We bumped into a few legends from our community, had a yarn, shared a few laughs, and maybe even knocked back a couple apple juices. It's that classic gari vibe, good people, cold drinks, and no rush to be anywhere. Not a bad way to wrap up before setting up at camp. If you decide to camp on Gari, you'll need to book a site through the Queensland National Parks website. Sites start at around $7.25 per person per night, or you can grab a family rate if you're bringing the crew. This trip, we've pulled up to Camp Zone 8, and there's no facilities here, so you got to make sure you're self-sufficient.
The Blue Eddy is definitely being put through its paces. It's raining at camp, as you can tell.
It still works. Everything's still cold.
No dramas at all.
Little dingo run, bit of rubbish pickup. Time for bed. It's been a big day. Signing out.
We woke up this morning eager to hit Ningala Rocks and check out what Tropical Cyclone Alfred had done to the Sandy Cape. And as we arrived, we were greeted by some not so good news.
Well, holy dooly. This is messy. Wow.
Ningala Rocks, mate. I've never seen it this bad. Look at this. Where's the bloody entry? So this got closed yesterday. The Sandy Cape from here, you can see it. It's just all rock and the waves right up in the dunes just after the Ningala Rocks. So unfortunate.
Seeing conditions like this really hones in the importance of having a capable and done-up four-wheel drive. For somewhere like Gari and Moreton, I would highly suggest
A suspension lift, recovery boards, and bash plates.
It's time to head back down the east coast. We got a bit of luxury tonight at Kingfisher Bay Resort. We got to go through the inland tracks, and on the way over there's heaps of things to see and do. So we'll see what we can see and do.
Before we continue heading south, it's time to reveal our hidden gem location. This one's not on every itinerary, but trust me, it deserves to be on yours. If you're chasing a more laid-back kind of camping trip on Gari, then you've got to make time for the west side. Coongal Creek is hands down my personal favourite spot. It's got that white sand that everybody's looking for, sunsets, beautiful camping. But that's enough of that. Let's get back into the video.
Well, we made it to Eli Creek. Now, this place can be a hit or a miss. Some people call it overrated, but you've got to do it at least once. Wow. Yeah, it doesn't usually look like this. Usually just like a little river system, but now this whole section is flooded. There's bloody fish in here. And it's raining. And it's really cold. Well, there you go. Eli Creek, super cold, super refreshing. It's time for some luxury. We got a lot of Ks to Kingfisher Bay. Let's get stuck in. To get to Kingfisher Bay, at the moment, we have to go through Eurong, straight across, through Central Station.
A lot of Gari is connected with the inland tracks, and when the tides are high, it's the only way to traverse the island. It's key to ensure that you travel 30 kilometers an hour through the inland tracks.
One, it keeps people safe. But two, and most importantly, you get to take in the view. It's one of the most beautiful and scenic drives you'll ever do, and it's one of the only rainforests on a sand island in the world.
We made it. We're at Kingfisher Bay.
I feel a bit underdressed for this.
Kingfisher Bay Resort. A basic room starts from about $229 and villas can go all the way up to $409. However, the price is worth it. This place is absolutely stunning.
This is an upgrade from the swag. There's a bug on there.
I know.
Oh, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a great night.
To add to this experience, we treated ourselves to a delicious dinner and a couple of cheeky cocktails. And then finished off the evening with a light show about the history of gari.
It's the last day on the island. All good things do come to an end. We're obviously on the west side of the island now, traveling back over to Inskip Point. And on the way there, there's 2 awesome must-stop locations. A lot warmer than Eli Creek. Eli Creek compared to this is freezing.
That's beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gari, it's been a pleasure.
Well, there you have it. There's our inside look on Gari. The rough cost is along the lines of, that includes all your permits, accommodation, camping, and excludes your fuel. Stay tuned for the full comparison with Moreton at the end of the video. Now it's time for the next leg of the trip, to jump on the MyCat barge and get over to Moreton.
Queensland, what are these roads, mate? It's taken me almost 2.5 hours to get from the sunny coast to the bloody barge.
We've just arrived at the MyCat ferry terminal and grabbed a coffee to kickstart the day. Now, just like Gari, you'll need a vehicle access permit to drive on Moreton, and these permits can be obtained while booking your ferry trip through the Moreton Island Adventures website.
I love Moreton Island. I love it.
This barge is typically a bit more expensive than the Gari side, and the amount of barges and prices vary depending on season. So make sure you book in advance. Now let's add that to the total.
There he is.
It's Moreton time, baby. So coming up, we're going from north, south, east, west. We're going to check it all out. We also bumped into Paris and Maddie, who are joining us along the way. So this is going to be an epic trip.
So we just checked into Tangalooma Resort. We got the work shirt on, you know what that means. We're getting stuck into it. And we're off to go check out the desert. Now the reason why we're staying at Tangalooma is one, because the cyclone just went past and we weren't sure on the safety of the campsites. But also, it allows us to use the resort facilities.
Tangalooma has some guests-only inland tracks and they save a bunch of time.
I will say though, the connecting inland track that takes you from Middle Road to the back of Tangalooma Resort, that can get pretty gnarly.
And of course, as soon as we speak about it, it happens. On this middle road, you often have to stop to let tours go past convoys of cars, and that's exactly what happened here. We stopped in the middle of the road as 3 cars came past, and yeah, we got the car deep in the sand.
Holy dooly! Ah! Well, we made it. Welcome to the desert.
Hell yeah.
I feel disgusting. Thanks for joining us at the desert. Oh, yuck.
Well, that was hard work. Now it's time to kick back, enjoy a beer, take a dip, and get rid of at least a little bit of this sand. This, my friends, is why you stay in a resort. Look at that.
Buffet breakfast included, baby. Let's go.
After indulging at the breakfast buffet, we met up with the girls and decided to check out North Point and Honeymoon Bay. Moreton, everything is about a 40-minute drive. From Tangalooma, you can get to the top and the bottom.
Oh, let's go. Woo!
We're only going to be driving maybe an hour up, then we'll have a nice little surf beach. I reckon you guys will be able to whip out those boogie boards.
Reckon they'll go better in the water than they did on the sand?
I have another question I bring up with a lot of people. How do you find the Jimny off-road?
It's honestly been the funnest car to start on.
I absolutely love the Jimny off-road. They are a breeze going through sandy tracks.
I absolutely adore going on the sand dunes, and I just fly past the big boys that can't get up the hills. So it's a bit of a flex in that sense.
Well, folks, we made it to North Point. This place has got a bit of a special place in my heart. We got the champagne pools just behind you, long ass beach with a surf break. But a part of being at North Point is Honeymoon Bay, and it's just over this little hill. This is the grand reveal. This is Honeymoon Bay post-tropical cyclone Alfred. North Point isn't just another beach or track on the map. It's where I spent time with someone really special. She's no longer with us, but this place brings her right back. The memories here, the laughs, the yarns, just sitting around with no rush to be anywhere, they stick with you. That's the magic of these places. It's not just about the campsites or the tracks, it's about the people you share them with. So before we push on, I'm taking a moment for her and for what this place gave me. Oh, a little lizard! On that note, we need to go catch lunch. Holy moly. Oh, you would never believe it, guys. A lamb shoulder. Let's get stuck into it. Tide has started to come in a bit. The world's fastest slow-cooked lamb on Moreton Island. Boy, I'm actually impressed. I thought it was going to be way worse.
We're on the street, gonna go to the Cape Moreton Lighthouse. Never been before. Holy dooly, mate. The east side has copped an absolute clobbering. Oh, and there's blue bottles everywhere. There is so many blue bottles.
If you're chasing views, this is where you'll find them. The Cape Moreton Lighthouse is the oldest in Queensland. Built back in 1857 with sandstone dug straight from the island, this place has seen everything from wild storms to calm golden sunrises.
With our Tangalooma accommodation comes dolphin feeding. So, we get to feed the dolphins tonight.
But before that, we're going to make a stop at one of the most famous and iconic parts of Moreton Island, Tangalooma Rex.
Oh, we've vassoed up the mow. Time to get in.
Even after the recent cyclone, the waters around the wreck still look absolutely stunning, though not quite as crystal clear as usual. Whenever I get the chance to go snorkeling, nothing stops me, and you'll never guess what we saw.
Holy crap, we just saw a turtle! regardless of the weather, it's still a good time. Gotta get in. Gotta get in there, baby. Woo-hoo.
Tangalooma Island Resort is one of the most beautiful resorts in all of Australia. The minimum cost for a 2-night stay is $144 a night per person, and your options go up from there, which can include some of the activities that the resort provide. We're on the jetty at Tangalooma and we're about to go feed some wild dolphins.
We've got 7 dolphins, it looks like, that's come in tonight. So Echo's here. He's my favourite one. He's got this big, like, shark-shaped dorsal fin. He got sort of bitten by a shark when he was young, and that's left a really distinct bite mark. You can see him swimming in now.
Oh yeah, he's got
Echo.
that massive dorsal fin.
Yeah.
Oh, g'day, champ.
Yeah, he's huge, eh?
Holy moly.
And you can give him one. Yeah. Oh, boy.
He's like, hey, mate.
Yeah, see, they're always looking up. Oh, thanks, mate.
Beautiful.
We only feed the dolphins a very small portion. That's about 10% of their diet, meaning that they're not really dependent on us. They're proper wild.
Another day, another dollar, everyone. Tangalooma Resort, we out. We're gonna head down to the Gutter Bar for lunch. One of the most iconic bars in Queensland on the East Coast. Get some seafood, absolutely hang out.
Worth it. Oh yeah. The East Coast had copped a bit of flooding from the cyclone. It's important in times like these to remember to air down, walk the tracks before you travel them, and always be safe.
That was pretty deep.
With that last bit of excitement, our time on Moreton's done. The total cost comes to, that includes all your permits, accommodation, activities, and again, excludes fuel. Well, there you have it, legends. We are back in freezing cold Melbourne now, and I just wanted to tie everything up and give you my honest thoughts as well, in my opinion. Gari, Fraser Island, one of the best places in the whole of Australia. If you've never been, it should be right up there on your bucket list. Gari is an island where you need to spend upwards of 5 to 7 days there to see everything. It's such a large, vast area. Typically is a cheaper trip. If you want something that's a little bit more on the wild side, it's a little bit more off-grid, I'd highly suggest going to Gari. Moreton Island, however, being only an hour and a half from Brisbane, it's the perfect weekend trip. It's the perfect family getaway. You can do the resort whilst also still doing beach driving. So you get that hybrid holiday and camping trip combined together. In conclusion, my favourite island, I'd have to say, is Moreton Island. Obviously, it's got a bit of sentimental value to me, but Moreton Island, I feel like, is a bit more of a playful island, where Gari, you got to be well set up, you got to look after yourself, make sure you're dingo safe, and all that kind of stuff. The most important thing is, make sure you're having fun, stay safe, and get out on the sand, guys. Thanks heaps for tuning into this video. Let me know your opinion on which island you prefer as well. We're going to keep doing things like this, so I look forward to seeing you on the next one. It may involve a hybrid car and a desert, so we'll see you in the next one. There is some sand in there, I will admit. It's a little bit crunchy, but you know, that's what you get when you're on the largest sand island in the world.